Hi everyone, it's Clover. For today's presentation, I want to open with a discussion about our foster care system, its flaws and impact on the children at risk, and from there, we will revisit a Mira case study, how we can utilize the signs of safety at the very first step to help the kids and keep the family together. But then if her kids are advised to be placed in the system, my last point will be what we can do to make their experience in foster care positive and bring them the sense of home close to what they have with their biological family. The unfortunate fact is that not every foster care fulfills their purpose to deliver the perceived righteous role, like providing the nurturing environment or adequate care and access to essential services for children in care. From week 9 class, we learn about the Mary Home, Go and Go Home with Hearts, a significant example for the flaw of our fostering system. We see the examples of kids like Jessica in the video who have spent all her childhood at the Mary Home. She reported this place is like a prison to them where the windows are closed, food is locked away, physical abuse happened too often over the smallest thing. She was dragged down the stairs for making toast at the wrong time. Kiara's Gabagagi, the Dean of Community Services at Toronto Metropolitan University, shared with Global News and APTN News, the money funded flow with kids but doesn't flow to them. In fact, he added, now how these private so-called foster homes are generating profits and doing business through kids as commodity. This figure and the video shows how Mary Home is one of many fostering group cares in Ontario, with alarmingly high number of serious incidents reported, including missing kids, death, restraints, and so on. The kids growing up in the system are often scared from the experience. They suffer from physical and emotional trauma, poor outcomes in adulthood, such as lower educational attainment, lower income, and higher rate of involvement with the criminal justice system. This brings me to my next theme. We will talk about the signs of safety at the first step to minimize the risk of bringing the kids into the system. Taking Amira's case study as an example, I believe in the ideology that the children will develop with their full potential when they are safe and nurtured at home. That's why as a Mira CYC worker, I will employ the framework as it provides a structured approach to engage her kids and her families, including the aunt and her dad that live far away, in a strength-based, solution-focused way. The framework emphasized the importance of building a trusting relationship with not only Amira, but also her kids and the people in their social circle, and focuses on developing a shared understanding of the concerns and identifying what's working well and what needs to change to ensure the kids' safety and well-being. Sign of safety provides a common language and a set of tools such as the 3 houses that we can use to assess risk and strengths, develop safety plans, and monitor progress for individual kids and her family as a whole. By involving her kids and the family in the process and focusing on their strengths and resources, it aims to empower them to take an active role to overcome the challenges while getting the help they need. However, in week 10, where the kids are placed in a white foster home and moved to an all-white school, the last theme I want to talk about is, as CYC professionals, how can we help her kids have a positive experience in the foster home and prevent Thomas and Micah's acting out? I think first and foremost, foster home foster parents should be thoroughly evaluated and selected so that the safety of the children is ensured. And secondly, Thomas and Micah's acting out might be a result of a cultural shock, being subjected to discrimination based on their race, traumatic event of the sudden move, struggle to maintain connection with their biological family. It is very important that the foster home understand all these types of information about them. And we can work closely with the family, have a chat with them in an educational way to provide the cultural competence training, culturally responsive care, and encourage the connections with the Black community. We can also provide ongoing support to the foster parents and Micah and Thomas. We can check in with them and evaluate to provide interventions if deemed necessary. Simple things like how to maintain their hair care, what kind of activities they can engage pleasantly with other kids can surely make a difference. To end this presentation, I want to leave with a note that despite the flaws in our child welfare system, as a CYC professional, there are different tools and framework that we can use, and the important thing here is our commitment and focus on placing the needs of the children first and work with them to understand and provide what's best for them. Thank you so much for listening.